Have you ever stopped to consider that the place where you prepare your meals, the heart of your home, might actually be compromising your health and that of your family? It seems contradictory, doesn't it? But the truth is, without realizing it, we make small hygiene mistakes in the kitchen that transform this environment into a true paradise for invisible germs and bacteria. These opportunistic microorganisms are lurking, ready to wreak havoc, and you don't even suspect it. Imagine for a moment the amount of dirt and pathogens that can accumulate on surfaces, utensils, and even the food you eat, all because of habits we consider harmless. In this video, we will reveal 7 crucial kitchen hygiene mistakes that attract germs and put your health at risk. Prepare for surprising discoveries that will change the way you see your kitchen forever, ensuring more safety and well-being for everyone. Number 1. The hidden dish sponge. Your dish sponge, your ally in daily cleaning, hides a dark secret that most people ignore, turning it into a true nest of bacteria. Because it is constantly damp and in contact with food scraps, it becomes the perfect environment for the proliferation of unwanted microorganisms. Many people use it for weeks until it is visibly worn out, unaware of the risk this poses to health. It's a common mistake that can have serious consequences for those who consume food prepared with utensils cleaned by it. Studies show that a single sponge can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat, including dangerous strains like Salmonella and E. coli. These bacteria, invisible to the naked eye, are easily transferred to plates, glasses, and cutlery, contaminating everything they touch. The habit of simply squeezing the sponge after use is not enough to eliminate these microscopic invaders. Constant moisture and the presence of food particles create an ideal environment for their uncontrolled growth. The solution to this problem is simpler than you imagine and requires only a change in habit that will bring great benefits to your health. The ideal frequency for changing your dish sponge is every 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the intensity of use and the type of food handled. If you deal with raw meats or foods that may contain more bacteria, the change should be even more rigorous to ensure food safety. In addition to regular replacement, there are disinfection methods that can slightly prolong the life of your sponge, although replacement remains the most effective measure. You can, for example, heat it in the microwave for 1 minute when damp, which helps kill some bacteria. Another option is to soak it in a diluted bleach solution, but remember to rinse it very well before the next use to avoid chemical residues. Ignoring the need to change or sanitize your dish sponge is one of the most trivial yet dangerous mistakes we make in the kitchen, directly impacting the quality of what we eat. The good news is that with a small change in routine, you can eliminate one of the biggest sources of bacterial contamination in your home. Invest in a stock of sponges so you're never caught off guard and ensure your kitchen is a safe place for preparing your food. Number 2. The enemy cutting board. The cutting board is one of the most used tools in the kitchen, and its versatility makes it indispensable. But this very characteristic can be a great danger. The mistake of using the same board to cut raw meats and then fresh vegetables is a common practice that few realize is an open door to cross-contamination. Seemingly clean surfaces can hide invisible residues of bacteria, especially in grooves and cuts that form over time, making it a vector for diseases. When you cut raw chicken, for example, and then use the same surface to chop salad that will be consumed without cooking, you are directly transferring bacteria from the meat to the vegetables. Bacteria like Salmonella and Campylobacter, present in raw meats, are eliminated by cooking, but can cause serious food poisoning if ingested in this way. It's a silent cycle of contamination that can be avoided with a simple change of habit in your kitchen. To avoid this risk, The solution is clear and effective. Have separate cutting boards for different types of food. The recommendation is to have one board exclusively for raw meats, chicken, fish, red meat, and another for ready-to-eat, foods such as vegetables, fruits, and bread. To facilitate identification and avoid confusion, you can opt for different colored boards, using standard food safety color coding if desired. In addition to having separate boards, correct sanitation after each use is essential, regardless of the type of food cut. Wash the boards immediately with hot water and soap. For deeper disinfection, especially after cutting meats, you can use a diluted bleach solution or vinegar, letting it act for a few minutes before rinsing. Be sure to dry them completely to prevent the proliferation of mold and bacteria. Investing in additional cutting boards and adopting the habit of using them for specific purposes is a small investment that ensures your family's food safety. Ignoring. This practice means subjecting yourself to an unnecessary risk of foodborne illnesses. Remember that prevention is always the best medicine, and a well-organized and hygienic kitchen is the first step towards a healthier and worry-free life. Number 3. The forgotten microwave. The microwave, one of the most practical appliances in the modern kitchen, is often neglected when it comes to cleaning, becoming a hub for dirt and bacteria. Food splatters, grease, and vapors accumulate on the inner walls and ceiling, creating a warm and humid environment ideal for the growth of microorganisms. Often, we only remember to clean it when the smell or dirt becomes unbearable, but by then, the damage may already be done. These food residues, when repeatedly heated, can release unpleasant odors and even attract pests. But the greatest danger lies in bacterial proliferation. Germs from splattered food can survive heating and contaminate new meals, especially if dishes are not covered. Every time you open the door, there's a risk of these bacteria becoming airborne and spreading to other kitchen surfaces. The good news is that keeping the inside of the microwave clean is surprisingly simple and doesn't require harsh chemicals. One of the most effective ways is to place a bowl with water and lemon slices, or vinegar, inside the appliance and heat it for 2 to 3 minutes, or until the water boils. The steam generated will soften the dirt, making it much easier to remove with a damp cloth or paper towel. The ideal frequency for this deep cleaning is at least once a week, especially if the microwave is used daily by several people. To avoid dirt buildup between cleanings, get into the habit of wiping the internal walls with a damp cloth after each use if there are splatters. Covering food when heating it also helps prevent most accidents and keeps the interior cleaner for longer. Not cleaning the inside of the microwave regularly is a subtle mistake, but one that can compromise the overall hygiene of your kitchen and, consequently, your health. By adopting these simple practices, you not only ensure a cleaner, odor-free appliance, but also eliminate a potential germ hotspot, contributing to a safer and healthier food environment for you and your family every day. Number 4. The danger of the warm refrigerator. A common and often inadvertent mistake in the kitchen is the habit of storing hot food directly in the refrigerator immediately after preparation. While the intention is good, to quickly cool it to prevent spoilage, this practice can have the opposite effect, creating an environment conducive to bacterial proliferation. Thermal shock and the increase in the refrigerator's internal temperature are the main culprits that compromise food safety and the shelf life of other foods. When hot food is placed in the refrigerator, it raises the appliance's internal temperature, especially around the container. This elevation can push other foods out of the danger zone, which is the temperature range, generally between 5 degrees and 60 degrees or 41 degrees and 140 degrees. where bacteria multiply most rapidly. Additionally, heat creates condensation inside the refrigerator, increasing humidity and favoring the growth of mold and bacteria on all surfaces and foods. The correct way to proceed is to allow hot food to cool to room temperature before refrigerating it, but with an important caveat: do not let it cool for more than 2 hours. This period is considered safe for the food to reach an adequate temperature without excessive bacterial multiplication. To speed up the process, you can divide large portions into smaller containers or use an inverted ice bath. When cooling food, make sure it's in a shallow, uncovered container initially to allow heat to dissipate more quickly. Once it reaches room temperature, or within 2 hours, cover the container and place it in the refrigerator. This minimizes condensation, keeps the refrigerator's internal temperature stable, and most importantly, inhibits the growth of bacteria that could compromise both the freshly prepared food and other stored items. Although it seems like a precautionary measure, putting hot food in the refrigerator without cooling it is a dangerous shortcut that can make you and your family sick, in addition to impacting the efficiency of your appliance. Adopting the habit of correctly cooling food before refrigerating it is a simple but powerful measure that ensures the safety of your food and the health of everyone who consumes it, also extending the lifespan of your refrigerator. Number 5. The sink, a germ sanctuary. The kitchen sink is undoubtedly one of the most used places and, ironically, one of the most contaminated in the entire house, often surpassing the bathroom in terms of bacteria count. Constantly damp in contact with food scraps, splashing tap water, and dirty utensils, it becomes an ideal breeding ground for microorganisms. Many believe that running water is enough to clean it, but the truth is that invisible dirt persists and silently multiplies. Raw meat residues, dirt from vegetables, crumbs, and grease accumulate on the sink surfaces, in the drain, and on the thigh edges, providing nutrients for the proliferation of bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. By washing hands or food in the sink without proper sanitation, we are actually spreading these germs to other kitchen areas and to the food that will be consumed. It's a continuous cycle of contamination that goes unnoticed in daily life. The solution to transforming your sink into a safe place begins with daily and routine sanitation. Rinsing is not enough. After washing dishes or handling food, use a clean sponge or a cloth exclusively for the sink with detergent. Scrub all surfaces, including the sides, the drain, and the faucet, which also constantly accumulate dirt and bacteria. For more effective disinfection, especially after preparing meats or handling potentially contaminated foods, use a disinfectant solution. You can prepare a mixture of diluted bleach, 1 tablespoon per liter of water, or white vinegar. Let the solution sit for a few minutes before rinsing thoroughly with clean water. Remember to always wear gloves when handling chemicals and ensure proper ventilation of the area. Ignoring daily sink cleaning is one of the most significant mistakes that can compromise the overall hygiene of your kitchen and expose your family to unnecessary risks. By adopting the habit of thoroughly sanitizing it every day, you transform this critical point of contamination into a clean and safe environment. Keep your sink sparkling and your kitchen germ-free, ensuring the health and well-being of everyone in the home. Number 6. The forgotten can opener. The can opener is an often overlooked utensil in the kitchen cleaning routine, despite its direct and intimate contact with the rim of cans, which can come from dirty and dusty environments. Few stop to think about the amount of dirt, germs, and food residues that can accumulate on its gears and blades. This invisible accumulation becomes a silent threat every time a can is opened for consumption. Cans go through several stages of handling and transport until they reach your home, being exposed to dust, dirt, and even microorganisms present in storage environments. When opening a can, the wheels and blades of the opener come into direct contact with the outer part, and sometimes with the inner rim of the can, transferring these impurities to the food. Previous food residues can also get trapped, serving as a culture for bacteria. Cleaning the can opener should be a priority, especially after each use, so it doesn't become a vector of contamination. If your opener is dishwasher safe, this is the most practical and efficient option to ensure deep cleaning. The heat and detergent of the machine are capable of disinfecting hard-to-reach parts, effectively eliminating germs and residues. If your can opener cannot go in the dishwasher, manual cleaning should be done with extra care. Use a small brush, like an old toothbrush exclusively for the kitchen, and detergent to scrub the blades, gears, and all the crevices where dirt can hide. Rinse thoroughly under running water and make sure there are no soap residues, drying it completely to prevent rust formation. Forgetting to clean the can opener is a simple oversight that can have major implications for your health and the safety of the canned foods you consume. Adding the cleaning of this utensil to your kitchen hygiene routine is a small effort with a significant impact. Ensure that every can you open is risk-free, protecting your family from unexpected contamination and promoting a safer food environment. Number 7. Our hands, our biggest threats. Our hands are our most powerful tools in the kitchen, but they can also be the biggest carriers of germs if not washed correctly and frequently enough. We touch various objects, surfaces, and, of course, raw foods, which makes them a reservoir of bacteria that can be easily transferred to everything we handle. The habit of simply rinsing hands is not enough to eliminate these microscopic invaders that reside on our skin. Imagine touching the refrigerator handle, picking up raw meat, scratching your nose, and then cutting vegetables for a salad without proper washing. Each of these actions is an opportunity for cross-contamination, bringing environmental bacteria to the food that will be consumed. Germs from colds, flu, and especially bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can be easily transmitted from hands to food, causing serious illnesses. Correct hand washing is the first and most important line of defense against most foodborne illnesses. The protocol is clear. Wet your hands with running water, apply soap, and rub palms, back of hands, between fingers, and under nails for at least 20 seconds. Use a clock or sing Happy Birthday twice to ensure the minimum recommended time. The frequency of hand washing is as crucial as the technique. Wash your hands before starting to handle any food, especially after going to the bathroom, touching trash, or pets. Wash them after handling raw meats, eggs, fish, or any food that may contain bacteria. And of course, always wash your hands before eating, ensuring no unwanted germs reach your mouth. Not washing hands correctly before and after handling food is the most basic and dangerous mistake we can make in the kitchen, as it directly compromises the safety of everything we prepare. Adopting the habit of consciously and frequently washing hands is the simplest and most effective attitude to protect your health and that of your family, transforming your kitchen into a truly safe and germ-free environment. Conclusion. We have reached the end of our journey through the 7 hygiene mistakes that may be turning your kitchen into a breeding ground for germs and threatening your health. From the forgotten dish sponge to the way we wash our hands, every detail, no matter how small, has a direct impact on the safety of the food we consume. We hope that the information shared has opened your eyes to the importance of hygiene and encouraged the adoption of safer habits. Remember, a clean kitchen is synonymous with a healthier life and tastier, safer meals for the whole family. Changing habits can be a challenge, but the benefits to your health and well-being are immeasurable. Start by applying 1 or 2 tips at a time, and in a short while, kitchen hygiene will become a natural part of your routine. If you liked this video and learned something new, please like it to help us reach more people and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next content on health, well-being, and tips for a better life. Thanks for watching.